Alrighty, so the next character in question, we got Jean, birthday March 14th, which was a couple of months ago, affiliated with the Knights of Favonius with an animo-vision, the righteous and rigorous Dandelion Knight, also known as the Lionfang Knight, an acting grandmaster from Mondstadt's Knights of Favonius. Alright, let's get into the story stuff. Character details. The Knights of Favonius are the protectors of Mondstadt and the sword and shield of the city. In addition to keeping the city and the surrounding travel routes safe for the threats of wild monsters, the Knights' most important responsibility is maintaining order amongst Mondstadt's inhabitants. Mondstadt is the city of freedom, but unchecked freedom without any kind of rules only invites chaos and anxiety. Jean's understanding of this is the reason why she remains diligent at all times, holding herself to impeccable standards. However, she often finds that she exhausts her monthly quota of coffee within the first few days of the month as a result. Oh boy. I mean, I believe it. This girl hardly gives herself a day off. She's always hard on herself. She's always like overworking, but I mean, look at the state of the region. It's great in her care, so she's doing something right. Anyways, character story 1. The Gunhildr clan is the oldest family of knights in Mondstadt, dating back to even before the very epic was written. So I assume her name is Jean Gunhildr and Barbara's name is Barbara Gunhildr. I assume. It just makes sense. However, the long and proud lineage is also a burden. Jean was raised by her mother to be the successor to the Gunhildr clan. Oh, I'm surprised it's not like her father. She was trained in all things a knight must know and all the qualities they must exhibit, from discipline, etiquette, and conduct to knowledge of history and ballads, as well as maintaining peak swordsmanship and physical fitness. Only by upholding the standard can Jean carry the mantle of the Gunhildr clan. The quote is, "For Mondstadt, as always." Some time ago, there was a joke commonly found in Mondstadt's taverns. A Gunhildr learns to say, "For Mondstadt, as always," before learning to say, "Damn." I get it. Damn, it's like, yeah, you learned that before you actually learned to say like mommy or dad, like you're like to like refer to your parents as a child. Damn, that's pretty strict. That's pretty harsh. Some time ago, there was a joke commonly found in Mondstadt taverns. A Gunhildr learns to say "for Mondstadt as always" before learning to say mommy. As a child, Jean once lifted her head up from the books as she was reading Breeze Amidst the Forest ballad section, and saw the other children her age happily playing with pinwheels outside the window. The young Jean knew in this moment what her family motto meant to her. Now, when she lifts her head up from the pile of paperwork and sees the next generation of children doing the same thing, acting Grandmaster Jean has no regrets about the years of service to that motto. You have to give your all to do the right thing, always. I like that. I like that a lot. She could have easily looked at those kids and resented her family and been like, man, I wish I was able to do the things that they do. But now as an adult, she's like, you know what? Somebody else was looking out for me when I was a kid, and now I'm looking out for the next generation of kids, you know? Yeah, that's making the sacrifice. That's, you know, I think that's the mark of a great leader. Character story 2. Master Jean is so reliable. If you ever run into trouble, seek Jean. She'll know what to do. The denizens of Mondstadt, citizens and knights alike, all rely on Jean. If someone needs help for the right reasons, Jean does not hesitate to render assistance. Be it a quarrel down the market, a relationship issue, looking at you there, Beatrice and Quinn. No matter how unrelated it may be to a knight's job, Jean gladly lends a hand whenever she can. The chance to help someone in need is reason enough for a knight. To her, her knightly duty takes priority over her act as acting grandmaster. She believes helping others herself is the best way to assist. She holds her fellow knights to the same standards. Lisa the librarian once suggested that Jean take a break and enjoy some afternoon tea, as is befitting of a lady. However, to Jean, doing that also is befitting of a knight, taking priority over doing that which is befitting of a lady. Whoa, interesting. Taking priority over doing that which is befitting of a lady. Jean is so reliable. Such is a reputation Jean enjoys in Mondstadt. Her only gripe is that there are not enough hours in a day. She can never help all of those in need, even by foregoing sleep. The dedication and commitment required to become someone so reliable is unimaginable, and also very not healthy. Please don't do that. Please don't feel like you got to cater to everyone, you know? Yeah, you always got to think about yourself too. And thankfully the people out here are always making sure that, you know, give yourself time to rest, take a break, have some tea, enjoy your day off, you know? 'Cause there are people, I mean, it's all great and all, but like, sheesh, dude, you know, you gotta think of your health. Character story 3. Given everything Jean has brought to her role as acting grandmaster, people sometimes forget that there is in fact a grandmaster who is her superior. This does not bother her in any way though. Her role and title within the Knights do not affect her work ethic in the slightest. Her passion, honesty, honesty and meticulousness comes from two things. One is her education and training, which instills in her a chivalrous spirit from a young age. The other is the devoted teachings of, yo, Varka's just teaching everybody out here. He taught Razor, he taught Jean. The other is the devoted teachings of Varka, the free-spirited Knight of Boreas and Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, currently dispatched on a crusade. The effect the relaxed and unruly Knight of Boreas Varka has had on Jean's growth has been great. That's gonna be weird too when like she's only the acting Grand Master until the Grand Master returns, so it's gonna be weird to just refer to her as like a Knight of Favonius unless something happens to Varka where she gets a promotion, you know? It's just gonna be weird. So, and he's also on like some crazy ass like expedition crusade. I assume he's off fighting some battle or something, you know? He took like a bunch of knights with them too, apparently. Grand Master, please take your job seriously. All of Mondstadt looks up to you. Well, you are my second in command, so helping me out is part of your job description. This way, I can focus on the really important things. I like him already. He's already chill, laid back. I love it, even though he has like a super serious title. I love that, how that banter, that back and forth between him and Jean. Like, Jean's like, take your job seriously. It's like, well, you're supposed to help me take my job seriously so I can focus on the actual serious stuff. I like that. I like that a lot. He is the Knight of New Frontiers and Legendary Conquests, while she is the Knight of Maintaining Peace and Freedom. Jean does not resent Varka. Perhaps there is wisdom in his conduct. However, what Varka leaves undone falls on her shoulders, and it is then down to her to do the right thing. Half a year ago, what? Bro, how long has it been before? So bro, that's a long ass time. She's been a freaking acting Grand Master for half a year. Half a year ago, Varka led the elite Knights of Favonius on yet another expedition away from Mondstadt. An expedition, how typical of Varka's character. I'll leave things here for you. I mean, you're basically doing my job for years now anyways. Dude, this guy's a freaking, maybe too laid back. I think he's enjoying Barbados's freedom a little too much. Leave it to me, Grandmaster. After seeing the Grandmaster off, Jean sat by the window and thought to herself, upon her return, I will show you a kinder, more prosperous, and more peaceful Mondstadt. Yeah, he's a slacker and a half. Character story 4. The great tree at Windrise is where the first Dandelion Knight came to the end of her journey. She was Vennessa, the founder of the Knights of Favonius and restorer of Mondstadt. She bade farewell to the city she had vowed to protect, leaving behind her legend and a single sapling. After centuries of basking in the bliss of the thousand winds, the sapling grew into a towering tree. Jean was conferred to the title of Dandelion Knight at the age of 15. Wow. The Dandelion Knight is also known as the Lionfang Knight. Passed down through generations of knights, the title is bestowed upon only the most distinguished. Isn't like Lionfang, like, isn't that like a German substitute for like Dandelion, I think? Because, you know, Mondstadt is based off Germany. On the day she received the title, Jean excused herself from the celebration that followed the conferment ceremony. As if following in the footsteps of her childhood hero, she went and stood under the great tree. The title of Dandelion Knight symbolizes Vennessa's legacy of resistance and benevolence. How so, Jean thought, could one such as herself be worthy of this honorable title? More than a millennium had passed since Mondstadt's restoration. Did she really have what it took to continue to protect this ancient and proud land of freedom? Beneath her outwardly mature visage lay the heart of a young girl who was only just received the title and remained wholly unprepared for the task that lay before her. The winds blew from far away, and she felt it flow within her as it gently whisked away her doubts and worries, leaving her in with an unwavering determination. For Mondstadt, as always, to become a warrior as kind and determined as Vennessa, and to fight for people and freedom. Yes, this is the true meaning of her simple family motto. I have something in my eye, hold on. To this day, whenever Jean feels weary or feels herself beginning to waver, she comes and stands before this tree and lets the wind console her once more, which is what she did during her character quest, so I like that they reference that during that time too. It carries away her fatigues so that she may once more have the strength to carry on. The great tree at Windrise marked the end of the first Lionfang Knight's journey. So too does it symbolize the beginning of Jean's. Damn, Jean's great, man. Yeah, I really like her character too. I loved her character. Her character quest was so awesome. I mean, it's like, I know I was like simping over the fact that we got more Vennessa lore, but I still feel like Jean's her own character, has her own identity, has her own ambitions, her own goals. She's her own person. You know, she's a strong female character. character in a prominent role within the game too, which I appreciate. And yeah, I really like that so far. Okay, character story 5. Master Jean has a secret. The Gunhilder clan is a venerable knightly house. This prideful blood comes from Jean's mother, Frederica. This prideful blood comes from Jean's mother, Frederica. Jean's father, on the other hand, is Seamus Pegg, an adventurer famed throughout the continent. Interesting. So the lineage comes from the mother. That's interesting. When he came to Mondstadt, he dusted off his past self and started anew with the Church of Favonius and ascended to high office within it, becoming known as the Cardinal of Daybreak. The two lovers eventually parted ways. Young Jean, holding her mother's hand, would watch the silhouette of her father and her sister Barbara grow even more distant. That's why Barbara's in the church, because of the dad. Later, Barbara would follow in her father's footsteps and join the Church of Favonius, becoming a deaconess much beloved by the people. Wait, so hold on. So is it Jean Gunhilder and Barbara Pegg? I don't know if when they get married, if they take the last name. I don't know if that's a custom in this world. Huh. Okay. Jean had always wanted to get closer to her younger sister by blood, but cannot bring herself to say anything when faced with Barbara's evasive eyes. Perhaps this all too similar awkwardness is a sign of that the sentiment is shared. Master Jean has yet another secret. So I guess that's why, like, I felt like it was weird. I'm like, wait, if they're sisters, why do they act like they're not sisters? And that makes sense. Why? I mean, I like how they, like, Barbara is basically like unapologetically the fact of like, oh, my big sister during the Midsummer Island adventure, which means like as time has gone on, they've gotten closer, which I like. That's crazy. Master Jean has yet another secret. No matter how many times she has read the historical classics, despite her title of Dandelion Knight, and though she has become the acting grandmaster whom everyone relies on, Jean still loves romantic novels. This is not for the years as a young girl that she missed amidst her training and duties, or due to her rift that formed in her parents' marriage. Jean simply yearns for the mutual attraction spoken of in such stories, for those emotions are subtle and fragile as spider silk. As a knight, she must put Mondstadt and the Knights of Favonius first, but if I too could, in her office deep at night, Jean once again finishes reading Vera's Melancholy. Okay, that is definitely a love story. If I have time, it should be fine to go to Cape Oath just before daybreak, right? Lowering her head, Jean peeks out the window at the glittering stars above. You know, it makes sense. I'm not surprised in the slightest. Despite her role, she's still a girl. She still wants, you know, that type of life. Jean's daily schedule, version 17? XVII 10, 15, 60. Yeah, version 17, I think. This schedule is accurate down to the minute. For a morning run with Amber, following a breakfast trip with Lisa on the way, to do her own laundry by hand and settle her own change of clothes at night. All things great and small pack Jean's schedule rather tightly. Every completed item is ticked off, while others delayed due to external factors list the derailing whys and wherefores. Next to the item, Mondstadt's public facilities review, delayed due to a bout of illness, is written the following: completed at 3 a.m. end of month purchase book, award is canceled. Jean sometimes thinks the inspiration of this schedule may have been the training program her mother drew up for her 10 years ago. Old habits die hard, I guess. Sheesh. Oh, and her vision. Okay, this one's exciting. I'm interested to learn about this one. If one were to go by skill alone, Jean has long been one of the best swordsmen in Mondstadt. I'm gonna take a sip of, I'm like starting to feel it, Mr. Krabs. It's a good thing this is the last one, because I don't want to go hoarse, because I'm gonna be doing this again tomorrow. Okay, where are we? All right, visions. If one were to go by skill alone, Jean has long become one of the best swordsmen in Mondstadt. But in Jean's heart, she would rather be a shield that defends freedom and song than a sword that cuts through corruption and darkness. I feel like it's also like less like aggressive. Like protecting is like there's so much strength behind protecting, like what we did with Noelle's character quest. Protecting has always been the tougher task than destroying. Around the time when she was promoted to captain of her squad to master of the knights, a huge challenge stood before her. From without, the Fatui exerted diplomatic pressure, and from within there were traitors, comrades of the former inspector. Regrouping and finding a way to break through was no easy task, but Jean was able to fend off the external pressure with one hand and lead the knights to smash many plots of the Abyss Order with the other, re-establishing the authority of the Knights of Favonius. So essentially the whole thing with Storm Terror and the Fatui. Jean will never forget the moment she received her vision. At that moment, all seemed to grow quiet as she felt the breeze flow through her hands. The world seemed to fade away, save for the time-honored motto of the House of Gunhildr, for Mondstadt, as always. It must be interesting that, like, she has, like, an animo vision, and she's also been in contact with Venti, so I don't know if Venti gave it to her. He is the Archon of this region, so... Also, I don't know if he gives it to them, or if it's Celestia that gives it to them. I don't know how that works either. You know what I mean? Because Venti seems like he's not even, like, allowed up there, or he doesn't go up there often. So I don't really know, because, like, the visions are powered by Celestia. So, you know, there's that to consider as well. All right, let's get through the voice acting.
I am Jean, the Dandelion Knight, requesting approval to join your party. From this day onwards, my honor and loyalty lie with you.
Hell yeah.
It's time to move on. We shouldn't stay here. I do hope the Knights of Favonius are all working hard.
Huffman. Huffman.
Onwards. We have work to do. The rain won't slow me down. This weather is perfect. We should move out. Huh. Snow. Remember, tend to your boots when we return. Such fine weather. Legend has it, the wind was unusually strong on that day too.
Venti, what are you doing?
A successful day starts from the morning. Let's give it our all today. We've still got work to do. Let's keep going. It seems I'm immune to coffee now.
Oh no.
Perhaps I need to ask Lisa for something a little stronger.
Oh damn, she's onto that espresso kick. Damn, coffee ain't doing it anymore. That's how hard this girl's working. That's crazy.
Training is finished for today. Great work. You've earned a good rest. It goes without saying the title Dandelion Knight brings me great pride. But I do sometimes wonder whether I truly live up to this reputation.
Whoa. Today I have no choice but to cut down 5 ruin guards to protect the people of our city.
It goes without saying the title Dandelion Knight brings me great pride. But I do sometimes wonder whether I truly live up to this reputation.
Anyways, today I had no choice but to cut down 5 ruin guards to protect the people of our city. Ugh, I must continue working harder. Though hostile, destroying such precious artifacts is still a loss to us all. I must find a less destructive way to bring them down next time.
You have my complete and full support. Of course, if your path ever deviates from justice, I will not hesitate to point it out. I swear by this sword, victory shall be yours. Our work will not handle itself. But I suppose the occasional short break is warranted. Let us rest for a couple of minutes. For Mondstadt, as always, is the Gunhildr family motto.
Nice.
Every time I use my vision, I am reminded of my mother and the hopes of the people of Mondstadt. For Mondstadt, for freedom. That is what I fight for.
Let's fucking go. I wonder if her parents are still alive. I know the Gunhildr clan's like old AF, but like Jean's like what, 19, 20 years old? She looks pretty young. I don't know.
On behalf of the Knights of Favonius, I would like to extend my gratitude to you for all you have done for Mondstadt. Please remember to rest from time to time. Did I miss something? What are you laughing at? Did I say something odd?
Oh, no, I was literally just listening. I'm like, wait, what happened?
Dandelion, dandelion, ride the wind to a faraway land. Who knows? The wind might take it all the way to Celestia.
Oh boy, interesting.
Barbara is a hard worker, but I feel she's too hard on herself sometimes. What? You ask me how I know all of this? It's because the Order also manages the church.
And that's my little sister. Come on now.
When Lisa is around, I always have peace of mind.
I wonder why.
I must say that Amber's development has impressed me recently. I hope that one day her deeds will become the words of a bard's tale.
Oh, Amber. I feel so bad for Amber. 4-star pyro user being replaced with a 5-star pyro user, and they both use bows. Like, I don't know. I feel really bad for Amber, man. Like, Mihoyo was just like, who? Like, Amber who?
Is that right? Kaya also gave you some suggestions. He is an excellent knight after all. This is a fact no one can deny.
Yeah, maybe he's too excellent. I'm on to you, Kaya.
Though it may be said that it is in a child's nature to play, the things Clee plays with are far from toys. I can never take my eye off her. Sometimes I feel that terms like genius were originally created for albedo.
Oh, albedo? No! Albedo. That's the first time I've ever heard someone say albedo. No. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Grandmaster Varka is the legend of his generation.
Let's go.
On the day of his triumphant return, I shall be sure to personally introduce you to him. I'm sure you too will be in awe of his greatness.
I can't wait to see how Jean and Varka interact. I can't wait to see what Varka looks like. I'm pulling for him day one. Like, he's gonna be so exciting. It's crazy though, because it's like, it's gonna be so weird because all we've gotten have been Mondstadt and Liyue characters since the game has come out. But I wonder how far MiHoYo is gonna go with giving Inazuma characters before they start mixing it back up with Liyue and Mondstadt characters. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder how many, you know what I mean? Because we got, I don't know how long they went like back and forth between Mondstadt and Liyue characters, but now that Inazuma's in there, I just wonder how long we're just gonna get Inazuma before they're like, oh yeah, by the way, we still have Mondstadt and Liyue to think about, you know?
Noelle. She puts enormous effort into trying to become a Knight of Favonius. However, I fear she is not quite ready for the dangers that lie beyond Mondstadt's walls.
You better say psych right now. You better say psych right now, Jean. Maybe you should go and hang out with Noelle, okay? Because I think she could body anybody in this entire Knight fan club you guys got going on. Can you believe this? I fear she's not quite ready for the dangers that lie beyond Mondstadt's walls. I just went on 5 hangouts with her. Got all the endings. That's a yikes for me, Chief. Okay, that's a yikes for me, acting grandmaster. No wonder Noelle isn't a knight yet, because Jean doesn't believe in her. I don't care. She's not a bit too naive. Noelle can do anything, all right? Noelle believers in chat, where are you? I need your help.
Some may see Sister Rosaria as one who complains about how bothersome her work is, but she does her job well. Last time I saw her, I told her she could come find me should she ever need help, to which she simply replied that doing so would be even more bothersome. I need to work harder to become of more assistance to the people of Mondstadt.
Oh, no, that's just Rosaria. That's just Rosaria. You got nothing to worry about.
Master Diluc has his reasons for being so critical of the Knights of Favonius. I am not proud of the way things went, but I cannot change the past. All I can do is keep working hard, in the hope he may one day see us in a better light. This is my duty.
Also, I would think her and Diluc would be really good together, too. Like, they seem to have a bunch of chemistry as well.
Master Diluc is my senior, and I have the utmost respect for him. Though we have gone separate ways, I can sense we share the same strong commitment to protecting Mondstadt at all costs.
Yeah, except Diluc's all about, like, he's like, I'm doing it my way. It's my way or the highway, all right? You guys have too much red tape going on. But I like how they're both able to come to, they both have the same goal, but they go about it their own way, you know? And I like how Diluc is just like, no fucks given.
Sucrose is also a rare talent in the field of alchemy. Under Albedo's mentorship, she is sure to flourish. I'm sure her future will be bright. The only thing is... I was momentarily lost in thought.
What?
It is nothing bad anyway.
Under Albedo's mentorship, I'm sure she will flourish. I'm sure her future will be bright. The only thing is... ... Yeah, what the heck? Why did she say Albedo right here, but then she said Albedo right here? That's y'all need to retake. Y'all need to redo this take, okay? I'm not gonna sleep well tonight unless this is rectified. I know what I'm writing in my patch 1.6. I mean, I still haven't done it yet, but I know what I'm writing now in my patch 1.6 survey, okay? I'm not standing for this.
Eula? Please do not hold her unfortunate background against her.
Aw.
The Knights of Favonius evaluate each person impartially. Eula has a clear sense of right and wrong and is more talented than most. The controversial statements that she makes from time to time are just a product of her personality. For instance, she always mentions wanting to challenge me, but I don't mind.
Vengeance will be mine. Yeah, she's great.
I shoulder the Knights' trust and the people's hope. It is for this reason I must stay vigilant. Vennessa's title, Dandelion Knight, has been passed down from generation to generation. Countless great knights were awarded with this honor, and I will not bring shame to this name. Thus, I must keep going. I must become the sword and aegis of the people. Only glorious victories are recorded in legends and history books. Surely even the great knights of old must have had their struggles. Wind, please show me the path. When I'm wholeheartedly devoted to my work, all of my troubles and even my sense of time seem to just slip away. Grandmaster Varka did say to me, Jean, there is no better candidate for this task.
True, he believes in you.
As I walk with you, the path ahead becomes clearer. It's almost as if I have finally found someone I can trust. I wonder if... No. This must mean that I'm still lacking in strength.
Aw, come on.
I must not give up. I will not. I cannot fail the knights and the people of Mondstadt. Still, thank you.
I wonder what she was wondering. She was like, I wonder if ... like, she's feeling some type of way, maybe.
Maybe we can discuss the tales of legendary heroes. Have you heard the story of the heroic king of Kynria?
Excuse me?
Maybe we can discuss the tales of legendary heroes.
A king?
Have you heard the story of the heroic king of Kynria?
The heroic king of Kynria? Nani? What? Wait, hold up. Is that why Albedo is the cried to prince? Like he's like the chalk prince? You know, there's a prince, there's a king, there's a queen, there's a princess. The heroic king. So what's up with that? Like that place got obliterated. Like what happened to them? What was so heroic about them? Where's that storybook? I need to find that book and read it. You learn something new every day, chat. Yeah, we know that Dainsleif was the Twilight Sword Knight. Like he was basically, I assume he was one of the royal guards that was meant to protect the people, but now it seems like he's turned on them now that they've been like warped into like abyss mages and shit. But I wonder how involved Dainsleif is with knowing about that, like a king of Kynria. This is the first time I'm ever hearing about any of this shit. That's kind of cool. I love how she just says it so nonchalantly. Also, hero, that seems very, I don't know, that's depending on who you're asking. One person's hero is another person's villain.
Only there was some kind of mysterious potion that could keep me awake forever. I need to have a talk with Lisa tomorrow.
Have you ever seen that episode of Fairly Odd Parents where like Timmy like wishes that he could never, like no one, I think it was, he wishes that like no one could sleep. Like they just like went on for weeks and weeks and weeks and they just got progressively worse and worse and worse. I don't think no sleep, because like sleep is when your body repairs itself. So if you never sleep, you're just like slowly deteriorating.
It's been ages since I had pizza at Cat's Tail. If only they delivered.
Pizza? Let's go! Also, mushroom pizza is Jean's specialty food, so that makes a lot of sense. Yo, pizza at the Cat's Tail? Yo, I'm about to go. That's one more reason to go there over Angel Share. I'm just saying, they got drinks, they got cats, they got pizza. That's hard. That's a tough act to follow. Just saying.
A true knight can't afford to be a picky eater.
Yo, we appreciate that. We appreciate that.
Good. On to our next objective. As the wind continues to blow, so too shall I continue to fight. Although we have peace, we must not become complacent. As the acting Grandmaster, I must remain vigilant.
And lastly,
I am still not good enough. Ever since I met you.
Even Max Ascension, level 90, friendship 10, I'm still trash.
I am still not good enough. Ever since I met you, I have been indebted to you for your assistance. My gratitude. Wind, please forgive my selfishness.
Aww.
Not as the acting Grand Master, but as Jean. I hereby swear that my sword shall always go with you.
Oh, Jean. I really admire her as a character. She's great. Loved her character quest. Love how devoted she is to the knights. I love that we learned a lot more about like the three clans, the Gunhildr, Vagan. Let's see, it was Gunhildr, Ragvinder, and the Lawrence clan. Really liked how we learned about that too. We learned a lot more about Jean, her mother, her father, the relationship between her sister, her relationship with Lady Vennessa, which also is pretty implied and pretty heavily explored during her character quests. Absolutely love Jean. Unfortunately, I got her to friendship 10, which is kind of like the cutoff point for me using characters, I guess, until all of my characters are friendship 10. Yeah, I absolutely love her. Absolutely love everything that we got from her today.